This is conservative talk radio for the Arklatex, Freedom 107. Go ahead and give us a call at 903-793-1071. Here's Jeff Aiken with the voice of freedom on Freedom 107.
It is 7:16, 16 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. Your Arklatex weather forecast from WeatherTap.com. Sunshine today. Look for a high of 68 degrees. Winds out of the north at 5 to 10. Tonight, clear. Low tonight, 42. Tomorrow, sunny. High tomorrow, 75. Right now, 47 degrees in the Arklatex. Joining me in studio this morning, Mayor Wayne Smith from Texarkana, Arkansas. Thank you, sir, for joining us. It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm glad to be here.
All right, let's get right to it here. We got a lot of things to talk about and a short time to do it in. The first thing I want to talk about, because I've been wanting to talk to you about this for probably 2, 3, 4 weeks probably at this point, and it's this issue. The entire Riverbend issue, because you guys have a part in the water here locally, obviously. How do you feel about the Riverbend issue? And last night you guys talked about water at your meeting.
Well, we have a written agreement between Texarkana, Arkansas and Texarkana, Texas to provide each other adequate water to ensure that the Texarkana, Arkansas and the Texarkana, Texas residents are provided sufficient water at a reasonable price. Mm-hmm. We do not have, and we do not plan to have, a contract with Riverbend, and that is our problem is that Riverbend may end up with controlling the water that's for the surrounding Texarkana area, and we have a significant concern with that.
Yeah, because you guys have been basically odd man out, so to speak, because with Representative Lavender redoing the structure of the Riverbend board along with Senator Eltife, that's just contains taxes. It doesn't have anything to do with you guys, and you guys are the ones on the outside looking in at this point.
That is correct. You know, we recently, in 2010, the city of Texarkana, Arkansas and Texarkana, Texas, hired an engineering firm, or the engineering firm was completed in 2010, to determine what needed to be done with the Wright-Patman water treatment plant on New Boston Road. Our share of it was $142,000 that we paid for that. The engineering company made the recommendation that we replace the Wright-Patman water treatment plant, not as Riverbend or other entities have tried to say, not to refurbish it, but its recommendation is it's going to be completely a brand new plant right beside the one that's there on the same property. We'll be utilizing the storage tanks. We'll be utilizing some of the office space. We'll be utilizing some of the intake valves, but a brand new state-of-the-art water treatment plant for $25 million. Riverbend, or the entities thereof, would like to move the water treatment plant out to Red River Army Depot for a price estimated at $55 million, $30 million more. They will tell you that the reason they want to move it out there is to ensure that Red River is provided adequate water supply to ensure that they do not get on the BRAC list. That's a lie. Right now, there is a 24-inch water pipeline that goes right by Red River Army Depot. For $300,000, we could tap into that, provide Red River Army Depot 5 million gallons a day with no problem. It would cost $300,000. So my question is that do we want to spend $300,000 or 30 extra million to move a plant where Riverbend will have control of it? And that's our biggest concern is that the plan is that Riverbend will control the water from Wright-Patman water treatment plant, which also will affect the rates of Texarkana, Arkansas residents. And Texarkana, Arkansas is not going to stand by idly and allow that to happen. There has been the engineering report that was done and completed in 2010. Riverbend and its entities did not like the results of that, where it recommended that they build a new water treatment plant at New Boston Road. It is my understanding that another engineering report was completed by Riverbend or its entities with the same recommendation to build it at Wright-Patman water treatment plant at New Boston Road. They didn't like that, so they're going to a third. So eventually, Riverbend, I don't know where they're getting the money to spend all that, but eventually Riverbend will find an engineering company that will say, yeah, you know what, we do need to put it at Red River Army Depot at an extra $30 million. I think that's a waste of taxpayer money. money that's being paid by the citizens of Texarkana, Arkansas, and Texas into the purchase of water that they're paying for now. Why should we use that?
The thing that we kept hearing the whole time that this thing was being bandied about was that we've got to do something because we got to build the new plant. It's going to cost between, estimates we heard, it was between 60 and 75 million, and our water rates would double if we don't do anything about this. Nobody that I heard of said that a new plant could be constructed on New Boston Road for 25 million. If that is the case, then that first argument is futile, is it not?
I agree. Well, it's somewhat, if we don't do something, and that's one thing we talked about last night, the current plant at New Boston is too old, too antiquated to provide service, reliable service in the future. It needs to be replaced. Where it needs to be replaced at is the debate that's currently on the table. The question is, we know we've got it where it's 25 million. We got an engineering, and that's a high end of it to replace it. As you said, I've heard the estimate of 55 million at Red River. I don't know what the price is because they haven't found an engineering company that's willing to say, yeah, it needs to be there. So the price is out in the out there in La La Land. Our concern is that if the New Boston plant goes down, then all the water that's coming in being there to provide services will be coming from Millwood. And that's where we get into our issue is that our 1985 agreement says that on Millwood that we are obligated to provide water only to the Texarkana, Texas City and Texarkana, Arkansas, Miller County residents. That's the only usage that Millwood water is supposed to be used for, because our agreement with Southwest Arkansas Water District, who owns the water rights for Millwood, is that we will provide treated water to any user outside. We shall not provide any water to users outside Miller County, Arkansas, or the city of Texarkana, Texas. So
by ordinance or by law, you guys cannot provide water to some of the Riverbend members then, correct?
By our agreement.
Yeah,
yes,
by your agreement.
That is correct. Now, for the last month, we have been providing all the water. Millwood has been providing all the water to all entities within Texarkana, to include all the contracts that Texarkana has, where the member cities, the adjacent cities, Lone Star, all of them has been water provided out of Millwood. My contention is you know what? Texas is being paid for that water. Okay. I think Arkansas should be paid for that water that's come out of Millwood for this last month, because Texas.
So you guys aren't getting paid?
We are not getting paid for that water. Texas is receiving that money, even though it's all coming from Millwood. So it's a point where we're not going to just stand idly by and allow Riverbend or any other entity to run over Texarkana, Arkansas. We're going to stand up and insist that we are going to have some discussion in this, especially on where the water treatment plant is going to be built at. Matter of fact, we are proceeding forward that we're going to go with the 2010 engineering report that we need to build a water treatment plant at Wright-Patman. That's the most economical and the best place to build it. And if Texas decides not to do it, then we'll have to see. No, I will immediately, if they decide they don't want to proceed with this recommendation, then I'm going to request that they reimburse immediately Texarkana, Arkansas, $142,000 for the expenses that they paid for that report that maybe they intentionally knew they weren't even going to use.
Yeah. Now, is that your only option that you have on the table? Do you have other things that you can employ to do what is fair and right for the citizens of Texarkana, Arkansas?
Texarkana, Arkansas, we have the adequate water to provide the citizens of Texarkana, Arkansas water in the future. It may cost us a little bit to ensure that only Texarkana, Arkansas residents get the water that we have a legal obligation to provide. If there's a breach of contract, then everything's on the table, and we are pursuing what our alternatives are right now. And one of them is that, I think Riverbend's desire is that they want to control the water And that's fine. They can control the water all they want to on Texas, but they're not going to control the water or the prices of water in Arkansas. And we're going to do whatever is in the best interest of Texarkana, Arkansas.
Does that include shutting off the spigot, so to speak, and cutting off water to the Texas side?
At this point in time, that is not physically possible, but I have certainly asked TWU to pursue and see what it would cost us to be able to ensure that Texarkana, Arkansas will have adequate water to provide its citizens from Millwood.
Sure. Just out of curiosity, were you contacted by Representative Lavender at all?
We have not been contacted from any representative from Riverbend. Riverbend appears to me that it's always the good old boy, wink, wink, let's talk behind closed doors. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be in open government. When I ran for mayor, I said, I'm going to have a transparency administration. I'm going to be transparent. They probably wouldn't contact me to talk behind closed doors because I'm not going to allow it. If they do, then I'm going to go right out and tell what we talked about.
There you go. Mayor Wayne Smith, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.